Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, as you can see right now, gold, silver, and cryptos are on the rise. Does that mean we're done with all this crap out there? Are we starting to rebound? Are we coming out of this financial crisis? Nah, I think it's a trap, so just be careful. We'll cover that here in just a moment. And the things that you're seeing on your screen, yeah, gold and silver, I'm hoping you've moved into it by now. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. And right now, you should be buying gold and silver. And when you do, go to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. So yeah, I was noticing that cryptos went up, gold, silver went up. What this tells me is that people are trying to move into safe haven assets now. I think reality is starting to settle in a little bit with people, that we are definitely going into recession, despite all of the data that we see out there. All this positive data that we're being told, the jobs report numbers, and the GDP, and everything else like that. It's just false. I was watching one of the news channels, and they were talking about how gold and silver were selling off, which is an indicator that the economy is rebounding. You know, you just have to bite down on your tongue, because what they're talking about is a gold and silver paper market. People are getting out of ETFs, and what are they doing? Absolutely moving into the physical market. They're getting rid of their paper fake gold and silver. And then that's what the media uses as some type of indicator that this is the real value of gold and silver. And we know that's not true at all. We are seeing gold move to the east. India, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Taiwan, Vietnam, for sure. These countries are buying unbelievable amounts of gold and silver. And now we're seeing hedge funds drain their contracts out of the COMEX and now BMA. So they are preparing for something. And I have no doubt that they're preparing for the actual financial crash that's going to happen in 2023. People are going to start panicking. You're going to see a liquidity issue. So here's what you can anticipate. So you have, speculators, amateurs. They move into things like gold, silver, which is a smart thing to do. But the problem is they see the numbers on the market start to collapse and they panic and they sell off. And I keep warning people not to sell. Don't fall for that, okay? First of all, the paper market, don't trust. It's manipulated. That's not the true value of gold and silver. When you start seeing people paying 27% premiums, this is money above the spot market, that should tell you right there already that people don't believe that the paper market is the real value of gold and silver, or they would not be paying out high on premiums. So are people moving back into cryptocurrencies as a safe haven? Don't fall for it, I'm telling you. Because what they're going to do is pump it up. I'm already seeing articles of these people pumping up cryptocurrencies all over again. And I couldn't believe what I was reading. Cryptos have not truly been tested. This is their first test of a so-called crisis, and they're not doing very well. As a matter of fact, the one risk asset that is doing better than everybody, outperforming all the others, of course, is gold, despite the fact that gold went down slightly. So I was listening to an expert on Kucoin, and he was saying that what you're going to see is the Federal Reserve is going to continue to raise interest rates. They're going to continue to do it until they absolutely, positively collapse the stock market. They want everybody to spend their money. They don't want you having anything. They need everybody so desperate for money that you're willing to accept the central bank digital currency. That was his theory. I've been saying that now for how long? So you're going to have a liquidity crunch that's going to happen in 2023. I know they're trying to convince you that the jobs numbers look good and that somehow Joe Biden created 10 million jobs. No, he hasn't. These are people who just went back to work, and even those numbers are not accurate. I told you, he's taken the Obama approach to unemployment numbers, which means he's just lying. What's happening is when people run out of benefits, they count them people as going back to work. That's what Obama did in his first 2 terms. That's what Obama is doing now in his 3rd term. They just want to lie about the numbers and try to keep themselves in power as they continue to run this country into the ground in order to force us into this one world government from the World Economic Forum. And the bulk of the people here in the United States are figuring this out, not just here, but around the world. You're starting to see people protest against this World Economic Forum. You could protest all you want, but if they have all the ways to force you into their direction and you're not prepared to resist it, then you're screwed. And one of those ways to prepare yourself is to be out of the system altogether. I told you I don't hold my money in the bank. Keep it in gold and silver. When you need it, just go down to your local store, sell it. Just enough to get your money to pay your bills. I mean, everybody's approach is different. But at the very least, you should have 25-30% of your nest egg sitting in physical gold and silver. So the LBMA and the comics are being drained. Hedge funds are picking up gold. So something's definitely up. When you start seeing the actions of the very rich people doing these types of things, remember, do what they do, not as they say. There's a reason why they're doing this. Central banks are going to try to convince us that we should move into the central bank digital currency, that indeed they went back to the gold standard, and that these digital dollars are backed by gold. That's what they're going to try to convince us. But let me ask you this question. How much gold do we have in the United States? How much gold do we have at Fort Knox? Nobody knows. You want to know why? Because they have not allowed us to do an audit on the people's gold. It's our gold. And we have no idea how much is there. So we're supposed to trust that these people are securing the central bank digital currency with gold. That's the pitch they're going to try to use. And how long after that, and we're stuck into this central bank digital currency, before they say, now we're going to make a version of it that's fiat so we could print unlimited amounts of it. I don't want anything 100% digital. I don't trust it. And yes, you can resist. And yes, you can do things with gold and silver. People will barter. People will work with it. People who are going to figure out that the central bank digital currency is not the direction to go into. And they're going to stay and they're going to do all that they can to fight the system. And that includes going as far as creating their own currency. Okay, watch what happens. We know over in Massachusetts, I did a video a while back showing you that there's a town there that's having their own currencies created. The only way you can shop in their town is to buy their dollars, a local dollar. It's a Massachusetts dollar, and it's only good in their town. So you have to buy it when you get in there. It's the only place where you can spend it. And when you leave, you have to exchange it back for normal currencies or be stuck with the dollars that you can't use. I'll find a story on that again so I can share with you and you can see. We should have started doing that a while back. I told you we started talking to some of our local stores. I've been sidetracked on that, and I'm definitely going to go back and start reaching out to them so we can start preparing a little bit more for this. So precious metals is the direction to be into. Bitcoin is back up above the 20,500, sitting at $20,779. Ethereum above $1,600, $1,621 it is. Everybody's excited about XRP. Yes, they went from what, 45 cents or 43 cents to 49 cents. That's still 7.5% increase in value. Dogecoin's at 12 cents. Cardano sitting at 41 cents. Solana's at 33 cents. Polygon's at $1.13. Polkadot's at $6.80. Hex is at 4 cents. Now here's something that's interesting. These are all the New World Order coins. Look at them all bunched up together and the top currencies. So what do we have here? You have XRP, Cardano, Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, Hex. Look at them all bunched up together. And we have Shiba sitting over there at 4012. So yes, they're in the green right now. It looks really good, but the real trick is, will they be in the green by the end of the day? I don't think so. I think you're going to start to see them drop just a little bit. I might be wrong, but let's keep an eye on them. If cryptocurrencies start going up, I would be concerned about that. That's just my opinion. Some people want to jump all back on the bandwagon thinking it's going to rebound in a crappy economy. You're sadly mistaken. I do think this is a trap. And if you fall for it, you could lose a lot of money. I told you to wait till you see consistency. 2023 is going to be a bad year. And I'm hoping you're holding on to gold and silver. Terra Classic, look at, saw a little bit of improvement. We're still sitting at 30227. That's not bad considering this coin at one time was down, was at 4509. Still going up. So if the high tide's going to lift all ship, I'm just going to ride this bad boy up and take advantage of it and then turn around and dump it all into gold and silver. Satama sitting around at 2011. Man, it's lost about 2/3 of its value, but it's been rebounding lately, slowly but surely, as you can see here. Does that mean anything? Well, no, I think they're just responding to the same thing that all the other cryptos are doing. But again, I'll ride this wave until it stops curling. So here you have it. Silver's at $20.76 an ounce, flying up pretty fast. Look at this growth already for the day. So you can see this huge spike right here. This is November the 3rd. That was yesterday. Sitting around, what is that? 1884. Now it's up there at 2076 and climbing. Be happy that you're holding on to your gold and silver. And yes, I know it lost a little bit of its value, but the fact that silver is already out at $21, people are going to hear this. They're going to start running out and buying precious metals all over, except for there's a problem. There's a delay in shipments. That's because there's hardly any physical inventory left over. So I hope you bought it ahead of time, and I'm not saying there's none now, but right now is a great time to buy because it's going to rebound. We'll come back down a little bit. I don't think they're going to allow it to get above $21 right away, because if it jumps above $21, then you're going to really see it skyrocket. $20.76, almost $21. Nice little jump. Gold is up $43. That's at $1,673. Just like silver, it's jumping up there. And just like silver, since the 3rd, we've seen a pretty huge increase. So what I'm going to be looking for is these prices to continue to rise 3 or more consecutive days. Then I'm going to feel like this thing's definitely on a run. Since the powers that be are buying physical gold and silver like there's no tomorrow, the problem is they're now selling off all their paper, which is going to make it look like the value of gold and silver is going to drop. Don't fall for that. Just keep buying gold and silver. Just keep stacking. And put a big smile on your face, because finally it looks like gold and silver might be on a little bit of a run. Let's hope it's consistent. I think people are realizing that there's a shortage. Almost everybody you watch on YouTube is saying there's a shortage in physical gold and silver. Don't be left out, you guys. Right now is the time to buy. So 2023 is supposed to be the big year, the big push to get us into the central bank digital currency. And we're going to have a liquidity issue. They're going to drain everybody that's in the stock market. That is the goal of the New World Order. Whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't make a difference. You don't have to. But you should be paying attention, because they are doing exactly what they wanted to do. And now we're being told that they are going to back their central bank digital currency with gold and push us into the gold standard. That's not the type of gold standard I'm looking for. Not anything digital 100%, especially one that my government controls. I don't trust. Do you trust your government to control your money 100%? Oh, I know they do such a phenomenal job with our money every year in their budget, right? Yeah. I'm hoping that you're storing up on gold and silver. And when you go to make that choice, go to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. You should do it now before supply runs out. The link is down below in the description. First time buyers, if you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get an additional ½ ounce of silver. That's it for now. Let me know what you think. I will catch you later. I'm out.